It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
This is Samson Li coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Welcome wherever you are. In a way, it's like saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So welcome everybody. I'm very excited to share with you an incredible opportunity that I'm very fortunate to be a part of, and that's literally spreading around the world. Now, my background, just so you know where I'm coming from, I've been a business owner living in Southern California for many, many years. I mean, if I tell you 30 years plus in the business world, then you kind of know, guess how old I am, okay? But I've been in the real estate business since I was 19. In the mid-20s, I got into the furniture retail business. I made money, but like any entrepreneur, you know, like you come and go with the times, you know? When the times are good, it's easy. When the economy is down, it's very rough. And it was so rough for me that I had lost everything in my mid-30s. And then I switched careers to become a professional auctioneer. So I did a lot of fundraising and for Rotary, I did a lot of auto auctions, real estate auctions, etc. But being a business person, I was always open. I never gave up on a dream of just having a good life. And look, a good life might mean different things to different people, right? A good life could mean maybe you can travel the world, maybe have a comfortable life, a nice house, maybe have enough money for the kids, have the ability to take care of your elderly parents, or maybe have income enough where if there's a worthy cause, you can write a check and it's not even a thought. Well, if that's the case, you know, if you're not where you are, in terms of financially, well, this could be an incredible opportunity. Now, if you are well off and you have the time, let me tell you something. This opportunity I'm going to tell you about is about a global movement of entrepreneurs coming from a very diverse business background, coming together to build something worthy for the average person, to enroll them into a movement that somehow, somewhere, we can build a better culture, a better mindset, a better way of living, being independent. And by doing that, affecting other people, we can change the world. And that's really what this opportunity is about. So what I'm going to talk about today is a company, brand new company that was just launched last year. It's called 3, and the business model is truly amazing. Because in business, you know, I've being in the business world, have gotten a business degree. Well, I'm very, you know, aware of what's happening out there, and not only in the US, but around the world. And the world has changed also. And And it's very exciting because you know what? Because of how the internet has evolved. I remember the internet coming out in 1995, and I was so excited. Well, it's a great way to exchange information, and now social media, commerce is all online now. So the world it has come into a stage of globalization, where it's easier and easier to touch people around the world and also do business, and also do other things where it can, in a way, change the world. We're just at the very beginning of that. So Three is a company born in the age of the internet, brand new last year. So timing is very important. And we want, in a way, it's very interesting because the people that we have in here, we have all walks of life, from people who have no money to have a lot of money, to people who have no education, to people who have a lot of education. And at the end of the day, though, we're just human beings. So, to create something good, it starts from within us. So if it's not out of fear, but out of love, we actually become empowered. Well, it is a journey. So what we encourage and what we talk about in our community, we talk about loving yourself, love your family, and love your community. What else is there, right? Now, so Three International, our foundation, is based actually on a collaborative effort from a group of experienced international business builders. There's about 40 people who came together, all multi-millionaires around the world in many countries, that came together and say, hey, we want to build something good and pure and create a more conscious business environment and culture that we can gift to the world. And well, we officially launched in May 2023. The company's headquarters, beautiful office in Lehi, Utah. So we also now, in a very short time, established another office in Hong Kong, and our third office is in Indonesia. And look out, there's 2 more offices coming either end of this year, beginning of next year, in Malaysia and Hong Kong. We are just starting. So this group of leaders are incredible. They're coming together to want to build something big. And these people, they've already achieved it. And that's the secret, right? That's the open secret that people are looking for, is if you're looking for how to be successful, if you were in a good opportunity, you need to work with people who are proven, who have done it, who has walked the path ahead of you. Leaders know the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So we have that in Three. It's amazing. And these group of leaders came together with our founder and CEO, Daniel Piku. So Daniel himself is a self-made millionaire in the US. He's done much in the real estate data business. He's made his millions. He's in tech. He's a thought leader. But it's incredible of somebody who really represents the American dream, because he came from nothing. So we are very proud to have Daniel as our CEO, a man with a very big heart for the people. And along with him came Dr. Dan Gubler, who was a tenured professor in chemistry in Hawaii. Dr. Dan is a leading scientist in this field of organic chemistry, specializing in phytonutrient and absorption. So he is at the very forefront. He got his PhD in Colorado and got his training for his PhD in Caltech, California, which is one of the top scientific schools in the world. He has, to his name, 16 to 17 patents. Either already he has it or pending. So he is somebody who has a lot of credibility and has such a passion for using chemistry to change the lives of people around the world. And the third, we have Mr. Troy Moore, who's our Chief Operating Officer in Three. He's responsible for moving products, supply chain, delivery, how money moves around the world, customer service, IT. So he's the operating officer. So he's done a great job now, a year and a half, in a very short time, building a global footprint for the company. So our business model, this unique opportunity that's so new and so timely, is a cross-border social e-commerce. And look, like I said before, the internet is a pathway for people to connect. That's why social networking companies, they are so big. companies like Facebook and WeChat and Instagram and so many others. That's where it is, the exchange of information. Now, at the same time, because of the coming together through the internet could change, because it has changed everything. Commerce, business is done globally now. Well, it's funny, you know, when I grew up, there was no internet, but now, if you're not on the internet, well, we know that your business is limited. So, but imagine our model, we're building business around the world. Look at all our markets, okay? So we are actually doing business in all those markets now. Well, our target market, if you know, we're talking about 8.1 billion people in the world, you know, but we're starting with those, 15 markets that we're in. Well, we're looking for people who want a business opportunity, number one, to work on their own time and space. I think that's very important because people now are so stressed. I see, like all my friends who have a regular job or a small business, they're very stressed because there's a lot of pressure. And there's a lot of things that it's not because the fault of their own, but rather the macro economy is so tough nowadays, especially, for example, a thing like inflation and supply chain problems. Well, you know, if you can take the destiny into your own hands, like I did many years ago, why not? It's a choice. The second target market we have are people who want to have better health and wellness. We're actually in that space. And I think, look, if you're going to do business, you want to get in a trend, okay? Like a supermarket is not a trend. A restaurant is not a trend, right? But health and wellness is a trend. Why? Well, look what happened in, 4 years ago, 2020. The whole world changed. We all know, we all lived through it. And people nowadays, they want to be proactive about their health. They don't want to wait till the last minute and have issues. Number three, people who want to be connected. We're looking for people who want to be connected with a like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. And truly, you know, we are a business community of successful entrepreneurs looking for more good people to join us so that we can really create something beautiful around the world. Now, our approach to wellness is this. The old paradigm of wellness is reactive wellness, which means that, you know, when you're sick, you go to the doctor, right? So next, you are what you eat. Yeah, I remember that, you know, so you got to eat healthy. Well, we're born with our DNA. Every single cell has our DNA. So we are stuck with that. That's our blueprint. But through time and knowledge and research, the science has changed. The new paradigm is, like I mentioned, proactive wellness, where we talk about that. We have products that about that. Second, you are what you absorb. So the fact is, yes, you are what you eat, but not quite. If what you eat you cannot absorb, it doesn't get in you, it won't do any good, it just come out of you. So unless you can use it on a cellular level, okay, absorb cellular in the cells, well, it won't do you much good. So next, the trend, the new paradigm is the curation of phytonutrients from whole foods and plants. We know our body is designed to interact with nature. Everything nature has, our body has a response to it, right? Or has a receptor to it. We receive what our surrounding gives us, the air, the water, the food, the nutrients. So phytonutrients is at the very core of it, and how you use it, how you create it create a product from it. Well, that is actually the trend. Okay. The future of proactive wellness is epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of how the genes in your DNA, we have 20,000 of them, that can modulate up and down, and those genes actually how they move affects how the health of your cell is and the health of your body is. Okay. So we focus on phytonutrition, absorption, lifestyle, environment to determine your health and longevity. We are very, very fortunate to have an incredible scientific advisory board. These doctors, they do not get paid whatsoever. They do it on a volunteer basis. They are some of the people contributing to this movement. They are the backbone to the research, to the science, where the advice doctor then to coordinate together to create something fresh. And many of these doctors, they come from and work at some of the most prestigious medical institutions in the US and around the world. So anything from Johns Hopkins to Mayo and some of these doctors and scientists are literally award-winning. They have accolades from their peers. And with their guidance, we created the 3 pillars of 3, the science and technology. Well, there's 3 pillars of exploration, curation, and absorption. We are not just a marketing company of health products, but rather we actually explore. Dr. Dan is a research academic, a scientist. He actually go research to find new molecules in plants and phytonutrients that can be used to the benefit of humanity. And through that, he is the expert in formulating, curation, selecting molecules from certain plants and from certain sources where coming together, it can have significant benefit and see the difference when people use the product. And at the same time, he used 12 different patented absorption technology to help these phytonutrients, these curation of products to get into our body on a cellular level, even affecting our epigenome, which is very powerful. And because all the science, the products, and third-party research is very solid, up to industry standard and beyond, we are very fortunate that all 6 of our health products got accepted into something called a PDR, or it used to be called the Physician's Desk Reference. That's where all the physicians go look up the medication and supplements that's been accepted, that has credibility, that has been approved into the PDR. And nowadays, it's online. So now it's called the Prescriber's Digital Reference. Now, there are about 32 nutraceutical companies in there. We are the only one with all 6 of our product in there. Most of the companies, they might have 1 or 2 product only. And like I mentioned before, since Dr. Dan is an academic and a very high standard researcher, everything has to be tested, especially third party. So we have done some amazing third party clinical studies, sending our products out to get tested for cellular absorption, the epigenetic, and also superoxide. So just briefly, look, most supplements out there, most nutraceutical, you buy off the shelf. That number one, when you look at the bottle, there's no clinical studies on there, and you don't even know if they have it or not. You only look at the claim, which a lot of time is just marketing. But our third-party study, cellular absorption study, you can clearly see that most supplements you can absorb maybe 10%. The rest just literally go down the toilet. Well, the 6 products of 3. You can actually absorb anywhere from 30 to 95% predicted cellular absorption. That is incredible and unheard of. So we know that it gets in the cell. And this test is called the Cacao-2. It's actually the same test that drug company used to submit their products to the FDA for approval. So this is a very high standard of a test that the FDA accepts to measure cellular absorption. Now, another amazing third-party study is at the epigenetic study, where Dr. Dan, sent 4 of the 6 products to a lab to see how it affects certain genes. These genes, some of them affect, help regulate in the cells. For example, blood sugar level. For example, inflammation levels. For example, your energy level, etc. Well, it has shown in our clinical study, actually, our products has a beneficial effects to modulate our genes in the cells to help with things like to support healthy blood sugar, to support healthy brain health, healthy inflammation level, etc. So these studies, we all have online, and we can, if you ask the person put you on a call, they can actually send it to you. And of course, the superoxide study, and we have a product called Revive, where it does tremendous to fight oxidation. When your body is stressed, it manufactures a superoxide, and you don't want a lot of it. And our product actually helps to regulate that. So our 6 products are all very, very functional, from Vitalite, which is a whole food nutraceutical that supports all the nutrition that you need on a daily basis, plus probiotics and enzymes. It's actually also had the absorption technology, and it helps you to absorb it into your cells. So next we have the Revive I mentioned already. Liposomal curcumin, it has other absorption technology in there, other things in there to fight oxidation and support inflammation, healthy inflammation. The Immune, well, that's a hot one right now. There's a bug going around. Everybody's getting it. But the Immune has many things to support your microbiome. Also, for example, something like nano silver, but on a highly absorbable level. We have, again, absorption technology in there where those ingredients can do benefit for your health. Now, next is a Purify. And Purify, you see it's green, right? It's a detoxifier. Why green? Well, one of the key elements in there, ingredients, is something called chlorophyllin, which is another version of chlorophyll, which actually attaches itself to heavy metal and pulls it out. Nowadays, the water we drink, the air that we breathe, it's everywhere, the food that we eat. So Purify is a tremendous product. If above anything, you got to detox before we can absorb too, right? And then the next product we have is the Eternal. We call it the rejuvenator because it has things like resveratrol, which is shown to in the lab to help regulate a set of genes that slows aging. It has glutathione, which is the most powerful antioxidant that you can have that your body makes. But as we get older, we make less and less. So it helps to keep you to stay young. It has CoQ10 to help you with heart health. So this is a tremendous, it's one of my favorite anti-aging products out there. And of course, for the people who love to have a good appearance, collagen for the skin is amazing. It's a collagen products, liquid form. It's sourced from the northern seas of Europe. It's from fish. It has a technology that you can absorb up to 73% of what's in there. Other things in there, like there's different other ingredients to help you grow your own collagen and better skin health as a result of that. Now, the past few days in Salt Lake City, Utah, we had our annual convention. It was spectacular. And Dr. Dan, 3 as a company, Daniel, we rolled out one of the first in the world, okay, a product that's curated with discoveries, with new discoveries that has new results, okay? So through the exploration, Dr. Dan has found molecules that have never been used before in any product. So actually, the new product we have is called Visage. So that is actually a super serum for the skin. It's a cutting edge neurocosmetic. Now, neuro means what? Brain. Cosmetic for skin. So now this is the first in the world, and actually recently came out in Apple News that is the next big trend where, we all heard of the gut and brain connection, where the healthier the gut, the better nutrition you absorb, the healthier the brain, or the better the brain functions. Well, they found that there's a microbiome on the skin. And if it's healthy, there are cells called neurites in the skin, which are neurites is very much like neurons. They're almost the same. They're like brain. So these cells in the skin actually is linked directly to your brain. There's a super highway to the brain. So what we found that if your skin is happy, well, you make more of the happy, for example, mood molecules, the feel-good molecules in your body, like serotonin and dopamine, etc. So this is the first in the world. What if you can look good, because the serum is amazing, super moisturizing, fine lines and wrinkles, and some lifting, and encourages healthy skin and production of collagen. And at the same time, not only look good, but feel good. So with these new discovered molecules through a creation method, you get using new absorption technology, you actually get tremendous result. And we have 3 clinical studies to show how it affects the healthy growth of the neurites in your skin for healthier cells. Okay, and then also another one where actually shows that the serum, by using it, it actually increases DHEA and also dopamine. So which are the happy molecules that make you feel good. And then also on another point is we also did where a clinical test where they measured the emotional they quantified the emotional aspect of how the product affects people feel, and there's definitely a significant increase in feeling better. But look, the bottom line is every morning we get out of bed, we go look in the mirror, we brush our teeth, wash our face, comb our hair, maybe put some makeup on, and we look in the mirror and say, I'm looking good. I'm ready for the day. And there you go. Well, you feel good, right? Don't you at that point? Imagine that you can also do that with our Visage, one of the first ever neurocosmetic super serum. So this is fantastic. People are getting tremendous result. I will have a few friends to share with you in a bit. Very exciting. And that's an opportunity. That from the science and product side, we are rock solid. And imagine to do business. Look, I don't know if you have your own business or never done business before or ever thought of having your own business. Well, we actually have a system that's ready to go, a turnkey business system. You can be the first to promote this business, these wellness guardians around the world. Cutting edge technology, the trend, catching proactive wellness trend, and having a platform to move product around the world. You don't have to do it, that company do it for you. So we have a very robust replicated website that's e-commerce enabled, so we can take money from around the world and send commissions around the world to different people. We have a back office that manages and tracks your business, literally every single order. We have a lot of marketing and social media tools to promote your business. I don't know if you've ever been on the 3 Instagram page. It's fantastic. And I know now we even have a 3 WeChat channel, etc. So we're building our social medias as we go, the Facebook, on YouTube, etc. And of course, our own website. And actually, from the field perspective, many of the leaders have helped create a very powerful training system to walk you through the business, step by step by step. And because of the culture that we build, it's the more people we help, the more money people make automatically. Just from that incentive-wise, people create, not only for money, but from their heart, a culture where people support each other and do things, regardless, even if for profit or not for profit. It's just for everybody. So now there are multiple ways to make money. First, you can get on the website. You can buy retail at the retail price. Now we came out with a new customer program. If you want to be a customer, you buy retail and you put yourselves on subscription or smart ship, you get 10% discount or moving on any of the product. Next, we have an introductory bonus. So for the people who buy a package of product, well, the company is giving discounts anywhere from 11. And the biggest package right now, I just calculated last night, we came out with a big package with all the products in there. Well, it's 30% off of wholesale price. I'll tell you what package that is later. So next we have the commission override, where you have a chance to develop a team of people promoting the products and what the idea of 3 is, the culture of the business, and anything that they do, their production, you override all their production and you get a piece of that through commission globally. It doesn't matter what country they're in. This is called global seamless. Number 4, we have something called referral matching bonus. Well, if you help your team make money, certain people make money, leaders in your team making money who are doing well, you get a chance to get a match of what they're making. Okay, so if they're making a commission override, you can match anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 20 to 30% of what their override is. Okay, you can match it. All right. So at number 5 and 6, we actually have 2 big global bonus pools. And one, you have number 5, the global bonus pool. You have to be a higher. You have to achieve a bit to get that. But then also for the global founder pool, for the founder, for very limited time. Right now, people can become a founder if they want to jumpstart their business with a product package. So now it's very simple. There's 2 ways to participate. You can become a retail customer or business builder. And being business builder means, being a part of the group. You can turn to the person who referred you and get going right away through the website. This is how it works. And we start helping you. So you can enroll for $30 as a brand ambassador to build the business, and then you can choose an optional package to get started, anywhere from 200, 600, 1,360 to 2,800 US dollar. Now you're probably asking me, okay, Samson, which package is 30% off wholesale? Well, it is the founder pack, okay? The last one, founder plus pack. I calculated last night, this is a brand new package that was launched a couple days ago. And when I went through all the products plus the free products that's included, and I looked at it, it's over $4,000. But right now for the promo only for a limited time for this founder pack to finish it off, it's 2,800 for you. So this is a very, very good deal. So look, in a way, I'm just one of thousands of people around the world being a part of this global community. So right now, I would like to welcome three of my beautiful friends to help me share, about their story. So Dr. Val, welcome. Christine, welcome. Irene, you're welcome to turn your camera on. These amazing ladies, very diverse background. They come from all over the US. And they are sitting on the edge. They've been waiting for 30 minutes, wanting to share their story. So I would love to get started with Dr. Val Yerger from San Francisco area. Maybe can you share with us your background? Why are you here? You're a doctor. Why are you doing business here? Can you share with us? And let us know also how you do it.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Valerie Yerger. I'm a licensed naturopathic doctor. I'm currently a full professor at the University of California, San Francisco. So for the past 24 years, I have been doing tobacco-related health disparities research and policy work. And during the past decade, and especially since the pandemic, I have become more focused in the area of brain health, especially how to lower cortisol and access more of our feel-good hormones. So I've been doing a lot of work to fight against the tobacco industry, and my naturopathic side has been calling me, and I have been wanting to return to that side of my work. But I'm not here today just because of my work. I'm actually here for my own well-being. I joined 3 as a founder last year. I'm here today to share my experience with our brand new neurocosmetic serum. I purchased Visage this past Friday when it was released. I was there at the convention and had an opportunity to purchase it on site. I was so excited. There is a product that supports brain health and helps us secrete feel-good hormones such as serotonin and dopamine. But I had to leave our convention early Saturday morning, which, by the way, that convention was such a magical time for me. But by the time I left, I had used Visage twice. I noticed immediately a difference when I interacted with strangers. People at the airport seemed to respond differently to me. They smiled, they spoke, even looked straight into my eyes. At first, I was like, coincidence? I don't think so. I think it was totally me, plus Visage. My compassion level is off the roof. I had returned home early to attend another leadership event, colleagues I was with on Saturday that I couldn't stand for very good reasons, didn't seem to bother me. And yesterday morning, I did something I have not been able to do in almost 2 years. I got on my elliptical and I got on it again this morning. So there is something very powerful happening here.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I feel it from my heart. Oh my gosh. Those are amazing. I mean, obviously you were doing that research is right up your alley, but to really feel it and live it and see the difference and I mean, consciously notice the difference. That's amazing. And by the way, your skin is glowing, right?
I see it.
You're getting
But
some
you
kind
know
of
what? I love the way my face feels. And I was told by my grandmother, never touch your face because you make it dirty that way. But I've been like, oh, it feels so good. It's
it
like
does, right? Yeah, actually, I mean, I have been in the industry for 20 years. I've never come upon any product that feels like that, right? But literally, not the physical feel only, but the feeling in here.
I
And
mean, you have to work really hard to get those feel good hormones to secrete. And I have mechanisms for doing that, but you got to work at it. This is like, I'm yeah, I'm in
so
heaven.
so you can add the massage to turn on off the TV to increase your the dopamine serotonin level. That's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. I mean, this is wonderful. I cannot wait to hear you, more stories from you in the future. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Dr.
for
Bao.
having me on.
Thank you, thank you. So next, let's bounce our way all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah. We have Irene Smith. Hi, Irene. How are you doing today?
Hi, great.
Hey, great
I'm
to have you. Maybe you can share with our audience around the world your background and why you're in three and how you're doing. And I mean, the convention was exciting again. So no, share with us. How you doing? Where are you?
Oh, it's such an honor to be here with these two other ladies. I have such high regard for them and for you, Samson. And I was at convention as well. And Irene, I'm actually from Lehigh, Utah, and it's about 2 or 3 minutes from our corporate office of three. So it's just been joyful to be able to go and connect in person now and then, and to even hold meetings there. It's been a real blessing. I really do love and appreciate this company. I have been in several other formats, other platforms of network marketing over the years, and it's been 30 years actually. And I've really enjoyed the camaraderie, and I always felt like it was self-development that was foremost and embraced in my experiences. And it is so true once again here in three. And the difference is the stellar, amazing, full of integrity leadership that we have. And I just can't say enough about how much I just really look up to Daniel and to Dr. Dan and Troy and to you, and especially Kim. I'm grateful for all this science and my little experience. I'm a mom of 5 and 11 grandkids in my quiver. Anyway, I just had to make sure I brought this. I have had it in my purse. So yesterday, I was waiting to rendezvous with someone from our team and go do a little tour around the Salt Lake area. And as I was sitting in the car waiting, I went and pulled the visor down, checked my contact. And as I went to go put the visor back up, there in front of me was this face I didn't quite recognize. It was a mirror. And it had brightness coming from my skin. I think Christine knows what I'm talking about, and Valerie. And my cheeks seemed to glow, and I had a little sparkle, and I thought, wait, how come there's not bags under there? Because I had little sleep. And so I made a video right then and there, and I posted it into TikTok and Instagram, and it was just fun. And I sent it off to Adrian and George. So it's just been really fun to know that this product really does make a difference. And quickly, that was only 4 applications. 4. And just FYI, I am 73. And I'm telling you, when you find something that works and reverses the aging clock like this does, you've got a winner. It's $1 billion product.
Oh, absolutely. We got one, right? So thank you, Irene. Thank you for your sharing. I mean, it's great. And it was great seeing you at the event. Look forward to working together a lot more, huh? Thank you so much for your sharing. Thank you. Let's move on to Christine Christine Peterson in Colorado. How you doing, Christine?
I'm great. How are you, Samson? So nice to be here.
I'm good. It's great seeing you at the convention. And today we have one of the few industry legends, literally, and that's Christine Peterson, who's had a fantastic career in the industry because she gives, and gives herself. Thank you. We're honored to have you. So, Christine, can you share with us a little bit of, number one, somebody with your reputation and accolade, why are you here at 3? And what do you see here that's driving you? And then you can just share. I know you're going to share about this.
Right.
But
Oh,
but yeah,
absolutely.
but somebody like you
Absolutely.
with such a track record, why are you here?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I I am really fired up. Really fired up. I started this industry 42 years ago. I was a teacher for 17 years. And then someone told me about this industry, and I thought, oh, I could never do that. But then when I saw what they were making and how many lives they were changing, I said, well, maybe I could try. So I started and had a great career in my first platform of 27 years, which was in the cosmetic industry. And had a great career. But then the way their program was, they said, well, it's time for you to retire. And so I retired, and then I was sitting around, and it's like, well, I don't want to retire and die. I mean, that old saying, retire and die. I don't want to die. I want to get up and have purpose. I want to help people. I have to have a mission to do this. And honestly, I say it humbly, I have companies all the time trying to enroll me, calling weekly that they going to make a deal. They want me to join their company. And I'm going, no, 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 no. I said, the only reason I'd ever come out to build a new company, I don't jump around. I'm not a jumper. I get a great company and I stay with it. But the three things that I looked for, number one, was a new company, because I know that's where the opportunity is. You always hear people say, well, you're so lucky you were at the right place at the right time. Well, you are. But it has to be well funded. You have to have great leadership. Otherwise, businesses will go out of business because they just don't have enough funding. They don't know what they're doing. And I wouldn't want to associate my reputation with that. Secondly, I said, what business do I want to be in? And what product? And I said, most importantly, I want to be in the supplement industry. Why? Because in 2020, the supplement industry was $60 billion. But in 4 more years, it'll be $128 billion. And of course, that's the kind of industry you want to be in, supply and demand. And I think it's really due to COVID. I think people are much more, like you mentioned, Samson, proactive wellness instead of reacting. It's really important to take care of ourselves. And third, I said, but in our industry, in the supplement industry, there's a lot of supplements are just coming from 2 to 3 manufacturing companies in the world. And there's not a lot of regulation. And I didn't want to attach my reputation to that. I wanted to have a science-based company that I would have integrity and would be true and honest. I just didn't want to be associated with anything else. So when I saw this, and Dr. Dan Gubler and all of the science, I was like, I'm in. And lastly, of course, the compensation plan. There's different platforms in our industry, and there are some that are even better than others. And when I looked at this, I said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I got really fired up and joined this company. I'm so happy. I've never been disappointed. In fact, I really think that I will make more revenue, more income in this company, and touch more lives than I ever have before, because it is for everyone. It's not, my other platforms were just women. Now it's everyone, men and women, the whole world. And it is a global company, which excites me so much. And I use these products every day because I want to live. I used to say 100, but now I'm looking at these products. I say, maybe I'll make it to 120. Then that means I need to make more money to be able to have this lifestyle. And so I use these every single day. I believe you should walk the talk, and I do have energy. I'm 81 years young, and I really think I will live another 30, 40 years. I really do, because of these amazing products and the spirit of the company, the spirit of the people. You want to be around people that are happy-minded, they're positive thinking. The world is negative, but you want to be with like-minded people. But what really set me apart this weekend, I was like, oh my God. Well, actually, a secret. I got this product 2 weeks ago, the Visage. I was one of the lucky ones to try it. And I was like, the first day I put it on, I thought, well, let me just try it. I put it in the evening and I got in the morning. I thought, well, it looks a little different, but maybe that's my imagination. But I just didn't pay too much attention. I just kept doing it morning and night for the next 2 weeks. And yesterday, as I was getting in my car, I know Samson said, oh, you still drive? Yes, I still drive. I drove 7 hours. I still drive and I keep on going. But I said to my husband in the car, I said, do you think I look a little younger? And he said, well, I did notice that. I didn't want to say anything, but it looked like you have less lines. And I said, well, I think so too. But this morning, I got up about 6 and I was like, in my cup of coffee, and then I'm looking, I started to get my makeup on, start to put myself on it. First of all, I looked at my skin, I said, my God, it looks like I had fillers put in or I've had Botox. I said, my God, we're going to put the dermatologist out of business with this product. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, I really got revved up like, oh my God, everybody in the world, I think you can make just this one product, multi-million-dollar business just on this one product, because everyone needs this. And it's a psychological thing. Not only as Dr. Val and Irene talked about, it makes you feel happy. It's the brain waves, I mean, you feel good, you act good, you look good, because what's the first thing you say when you look at someone? I mean, you look at them, you make a decision, you're going to do business with them or be a friend or be part of their universe. The first 3 seconds, I mean, they're looking at you. Do I like you? What? And they're looking at your face. That's the first place they look. And so I love this product. I am passionate. I think everyone in the universe should be using this. And I can't wait for the next 2 weeks to see after 28 days. Maybe I'll look 40. Who knows? But I'll take it either way. But it feels smooth, like Val says, and I feel so great.
Yeah.
So I am so grateful to Dr. Dan and his brilliance. And to think about the first neurocosmetics product in the world. Imagine. I just get revved up. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. I mean, we want all those 8.1 billion people using it day and night, or maybe in between two. I joke because it works so good. I see it, I feel it, that anywhere you need lifting, we need to use it on. And then I don't know. I have to ask Dr. Val next time if the more we use, the happier we feel. Who knows? I wonder, right?
Well, and it's my understanding when you're secreting serotonin and oxytocin and dopamine, you cannot secrete cortisol. They don't go at the same time. So yeah.
That's right. Oh, so I mean, it's gonna be more love at the next convention for sure. Well, thank you everybody for a fantastic time with your stories, and it's true. It's real treasure. It's beyond money. Because in life, money is just a measurement maybe of what we do for work, but it's true happiness and freedom that we strive for to really live a good life, I think. So thank you so much. And you three are amazing example of that. Thank you so much. So thank you everybody out there. Get back with the person who put you on this Zoom, okay? And get your questions answered. You just be customer if you want to use the product or do the business with us or be a part of the community. Everybody in the world, they're just like me and you, okay? Everybody want the same thing, actually. And this is an incredible opportunity for all of us to build something legendary. Let's just put it that way, okay? So thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Val. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Irene.
Bye-bye, Irene.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.